I'm Isaac McDonald and I came here today and I think it's been great. It's really fun to meet all the cast that's the Surgeon Adventures in the Odeon. What are you thinking? Oh, sorry.
Alright there, I'm Tommy. I played part of Luke in Sarah Jane Adventures.
Hi, I'm Anjali and I play Rani in the Sarah Jane Adventures.
So, first of all, what are you doing here today? Why have you come to Liverpool?
We've come up for this great like a gathering of people.
Emotional gathering.
Yeah. We're gonna, we got loads of fun things going on for kids today. Like we're gonna come in, watch some previews of the series that's coming up, and they're gonna have some photos done. We'll sign things for them. We'll have a big old laugh and stuff like that.
So, what can you tell us about the episode that we're going to see today?
It's gonna be a good one. It's definitely gonna be a good one.
We haven't seen it yet, but it was amazing filming it.
Yeah. We haven't actually seen them yet, So this is like a preview for us as well.
You guys are like really lucky.
Yeah, you guys are so lucky. But filming it, ridiculous amounts of fun. It was so much. It was so much.
Probably up there with the favourites of this series, I think.
Definitely up there.
And there's a big surprise at the end.
Big surprise. You're gonna love it.
So, normally we see the Sarah Jane Adventures on television. What do you think it'd be like seeing it on a big screen?
Like, I'm gonna have my nose is gonna be so much bigger than it already is. It's gonna be
Yeah, I think if we weren't in it, we'd find it amazing. Do you know what I mean? Because we'll be picking out all sorts of stuff about ourselves, but I think the storyline and the monsters.
I think everyone is gonna love it a lot.
It's a really good one to have on big screen.
Okay. Now, Sarah Jane Adventures. I know Russell T Davies has been very sort of keen to ensure that it's part of a bigger universe that's connected with the rest of the sort of Who world through characters crossing over and stuff like that. Is that something that you're aware of? I mean, I guess days like this must make you aware of it. You're part of something bigger than just a show.
Yeah, Sarah Jane is really nice to we've had monsters and things like that, like Sontarans and Jejun, and they've been passed over and in between the two series, and it's just nice to know that that we're sort of getting a little bit of history with our programme. So the die-hard Doctor Who fans who love it so much, they can watch it and they can be like, oh, I know this sort of.
Well, it's really funny you say that, because this episode is actually the one where the two worlds kind of meet. They're not two different worlds; they're both kind of the same, but it's where
it's a big crossover.
Really, massive crossover.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Which was the episode you had most fun making?
Personally, it was probably the one you're about to watch today.
And 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's one story.
5 and 6. That's the one you're going to be watching today.
And also 7 and 8 for me, which obviously comes after these two, which was they're both up there with my favourites.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Or all time. It was probably. Did you see the Laser Quest one? The Laser Quest one from series. Yeah. That was so much fun because we actually got to run around playing
with Danny
Laser Quest with Danny for a whole day, and they just filmed it, and that was so good. That was amazing. That was.
So, it seems like it's a fun show, and you say you have fun on set. Do you have sort of jokes? Who's the biggest joker? Would you say?
Danbo,
definitely.
But then he is as well. Danny's the geezer,
the
funny geezer, and then Tommy's kind of the prank master.
Well,
you'll find your doors gaffer tape together and stuff. You want mine here?
Yeah, sorry about that.
So what's it like working, obviously with Elizabeth Sladen, but also in this case with David Tennant?
It was big inspiration for me,
He's got this energy, hasn't he, which
sucks
you in and just makes you kind
when you're with him in a scene, he's so pumped and full of energy, and when you're with him, you just
on a chair.
Yeah, midway through a scene, you probably see it. He climbs up on a sofa and he's standing up there.
Lipstick, just it's
a screwdriver.
I'm sorry, it's not a sonic screwdriver.
Yeah, and he's up there, and you know what? He's just so what's the word? Intuitive.
Yeah, but it was like a whirlwind. Did you not feel we got swept into his energy and everything just got turned up by 10 pegs?
Loads of fun.
Awesome.
He was good. Really quality bloke.
It must seem it must be exciting because he is such a dynamic presence.
Yeah,
He actually is though, in real life as well.
Does that inspire you guys, or do you sort of feed
You
off
bounce,
that. And,
bounce back off of it.
Completely,
You know,
like,
you feel
I think we all came in on the first day, probably Monday morning, and we were just like, right, ready for the day, trying to get ourselves going with cups of tea and whatever.
Bit sleepy.
And suddenly, he comes in, it's like, yeah, I'm Jamie,
I'm Jamie.
and then all of a sudden, like, no, Tommy, come on,
let's do this, let's do this.
He's like wide and excited, just because, like, he's
Yeah,
such a isn't it?
yeah,
It's
it's nice.
is it weird when he speaks in a Scottish accent?
yeah, he turns it off like that, doesn't
Puts
he?
me off. It puts me off really weird. I didn't know he was Scottish. I had no idea, and I was talking to him at first, and I thought he was having me on. I thought he was just having a joke with it.
Yeah.
Turns
I
out
didn't
he
realise
wasn't.
how Scottish he actually is.
Yeah,
He's very
really,
Scottish.
yeah, it's really weird. It's nice though. It's really nice.
Okay, you got another question?
What's your favourite villain that's been in it? So,
Jadoon, even though he's not really a villain, but it's got to be Jadoon.
I liked the super strong nuns. They were pretty funny. They were nice, and Odd Bob the Clown. Odd Bob the Clown.
Scary
That
clowns.
was a winner. That's a winner.
I was actually quite terrified. Were you? Like,
Yeah.
really scared because he is
It's
scary.
crazy. Bradley was amazing.
Yeah.
Bradley, who played Odd Bob, he was so good.
He was on my
so
first
good.
few episodes as well, and he was just awesome.
Yeah, that was loads of fun.
Who, out of, because you have sort of villains crossing over, are there any sort of big sort of Who villains that you'd look to get into the Sarah Jane Adventures, or that you hope for?
I'd love to get
Cybermen.
I'd love to get Cybermen. We'd all love Cybermen.
We'd all
I
love
don't know what it is,
And
but
Daleks, because they can climb the stairs now, can't they?
yeah.
I think I
But
can.
you know what? Here's like my theory, right? Daleks, they can't look up. So if you just
Stand on its head,
yeah, or if you could like fly, just fly over his head.
then you'd be fine.
Bam! You win
Just
the war.
for, in case you ever come across a Dalek.
Yeah, if you ever come across Dalek, get wings. Icarus.
Or stand on his head?
Yeah.
Or stand on his head.
No one's tried that, have they?
Yeah.
what are you thinking? Oh, sorry.
For the rest of the series and then beyond that, what do you think the future holds for Sarah Jane Adventures and your characters?
Gonna move onwards and upwards.
Yeah, onwards and upwards.
Hopefully, like, because we haven't been told anything on like next series are going to come. I really want some massive Armageddon style thing. That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty
I want
cool.
another like big building explosion as well. When we had the pilot episode at the very beginning, they blew up the Bane factory. I want another one of them because that was
Fact.
so much fun.
Our cinema trailer that we filmed this year, like, was really awesome. We had like cars flipped upside down,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
like fire, and then people hanging upside down in dustbins, and it was just
Yeah.
amazing, wasn't it?
That was good. Yeah.
We'd like more action,
More. I like. Yeah. That's the fun bit.
proper action.
Yeah.
And I know these are all kind of filmed sort of side by side. Can you tell us anything about the new Who that's going on? Because I guess that's what everyone. Have you seen Matt Smith? You've seen him around? Or
We've met him,
Yeah, we've
and
met
he's
Matt
the
Smith.
nicest guy.
He's so quality. He's
Completely
really
different
nice.
to Tenant,
Really
which
nice.
is refreshing,
But yeah, we
so cool as well.
Yeah, we don't get any. We don't really get like any like inside thing on him,
No.
which is such a shame because I'd love to, like, you know. But oh yeah, he does look good. He wears a bow tie. I can tell you that.
Cool.
As his doctor, he wears a bow tie, braces. Looks
And
good.
his assistant is pretty hot,
He is
isn't she?
bang.
She is really bang.
Oh, yeah.